walk out, all these bins I lost count. Day on my third, I was too broke, now I'm too rich. Made 100K on my third shift. I'm a boy, so boy, and I'm a gangster. And you a boy.
From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Arrowhead Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They're set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the Houston Texans. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Arrowhead. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
I see you on that boy Chain ducking my live broadcast, huh? Y'all want to play me on YouTube, huh? A friend, I don't see you online. Okay. Yeah, I'm on the live right now, broadcasting, whooping the nigga ass. All you gotta do is type in Johnny, I'm popping. I got a live broadcast nowadays, man.
It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL.
Yeah, I'm on right now playing against somebody with the text for the text.
Players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open
field. Yeah, hit me then, bro, when you jump
online. Just inside the 30. Here's Watson now on second down. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
I like how they work the tight end, had a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yards.
I'm playing Kansas City against the Texans. I'm Kansas City.
And it'll be second down.
Partner, he was going
I got hella shit on there, but I'm live right now.
There, after about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
The catch made by
I'm playing the Texans right now. You should see me.
And he'll be brought down at the 45.
And hear my voice. I put my mic on now. Now you should be able to hear me too.
Watson. Caught here by Griffin. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing before on the opening.
No, that was the game before. Right now, playing the Texans right now.
Everyone gets locked in.
It's 0-0.
Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, just keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13.
Yeah, I'm playing the Texans right now.
Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
Yeah, I'm playing they by the goal line. Yeah, I'm playing the Texans right now.
You go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Give him a
you don't hear me talking?
It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
That's caught. It's Thomas. And here he'll get it down to the 7. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that could be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Second and goal from the 1. Here's Watson on the sneak. And I don't think he got in. The big bodies up front held him at the 1. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there. And now he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Deshaun Watson scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Bill will go for 2. After the run, Watson going to throw. It's caught. And it's 8-0. And what a way to cap off the opening touchdown drive. You go for 2, and you get it.
Remember when the PAT or the extra point was a gimme, right? Not plus 99%. It's not that way anymore, so more people are willing to take a chance, go for 2, and take the kicker a little bit out of the game.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Blue 45. Blue 45. Ace.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now here's Mahomes, and he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
Black 58 round. Slow. Left. Z.
Mahomes now to throw. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. This is caught. Watkins. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. Well, he did everything but get him in the end zone there, but now they're set up. Golden opportunity. Strong opening drive, and they're knocking on the door.
And the way that they...
Takes it himself. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in. And they catch him here and stop him for no gain.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Mahomes now on the sneak. And I don't think he got in. The big bodies up front held him at the 1. Officially no gain on the sneak. Kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down. Third down and goal now, and this Houston defense not backing down. They'll look for one more stop.
Ready, green 90, green 90.
They'll try to run it in. It's Williams. And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Davian Williams punching it in from a yard away. And the Chiefs are a 2-point conversion away from tying this thing up. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. The point after is good. And this is now a one-point game. Butker now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. That's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 27. Here's Watson. Dancing to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
To throw on second is Watson. Flushed out right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he will find his man on the outside. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. We're back to Arrowhead after this. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. To the air yet again, Watson. And he finds his man, Griffin. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down. On 1st down, it's Watson.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
Caught left side, Hopkins. A good pickup there at 20 yards.
Reset. Richmond. Black 99 Philly.
They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Lamar Miller, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Texans will extend their lead.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played with the analytics, there's going to be a lot more of going for 2 in a lot of situations, isn't there?
Yeah, there's going to be. And I think their focus here, they don't want to give up anything going into the lockers on the other, and just a little bit of time left on the clock.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything to erase the good feeling they have right now by getting this late score in the half.
Here's Watson. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Give him 30 yards there.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion.
And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go. 15 yards to go now on second down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's going to fire one deep over, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin, and his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
And he'll find some space up to about the 25. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. On second down, here's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in over halftime. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They start the second half here with Williams, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And he's going to go down. The Texans come out and able to bring him to the ground. J.J. Watt in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. They do go for it. It's Mahomes. Trying to fight his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. On 4th down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, 4th down. Where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play. He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile. He'll stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's good for a Texan 1st down, a 12-yard pickup.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a 1st down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A 1st down carry now for Miller. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Watson now to throw on 2nd down. And he's got his man on the out route. Touchdown, Houston. Jordan Akins, 33 yards. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Bill O'Brien with a call here. We'll go for 2. To throw is Watson. And he's got it. So they tried for 2, successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. He's going to air one out. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
And we're into the 2nd half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here we go, 4th down, Mahomes. And this is going to be incomplete. The Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, there defensively to make the play.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Miller. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he'll wind up losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard line. The Texans on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. 10th carry now for Lamar Miller. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Kaimi Fairbairn now to attempt the Texan field goal. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end. And
he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Mahomes now on 1st down. He's going to air one out. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 44 yards.
Left.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DJ Reader in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. J.J. Watt in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. They go play action. Now Mahomes. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Now Mahomes got to have this one. Looking sideline, and that's caught by Watkins. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Sammy Watkins, 44 yards. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. point after, right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Butker now to kick this one away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Again, it's Miller. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs, as they'll talk it over here before what'll be an important 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot, and on that play, they were able to stop them short of a 1st down.
And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Texans send the punter out. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And that's the play, that pick by Mathieu, that will seal this football game.
The Honey Badger does it again. And I think it's one of the best nicknames that's ever been given. Just so inspired. He may not care, as Honey Badgers don't, but he understands how to get around the ball, and he just sealed another victory.
How do you know about the mental psyche of a Honey Badger?
That's always been the expression. The Honey Badger, he doesn't care.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And Watson's going to throw it here. Caught here by Griffin. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, little insult to injury here late in the game. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
Look at the cash coming in. Come get your man, Slim Booker bugging me. Just need a bag, quit all that jaw jackery. Don't even be that, I don't want none of it. He's mad about it, had enough of it. Whoa, watch what you saying, how that poppin' and shaking. Got is a lazy, my posse deep and I raiding. We act the fool for the paper.
What's up with it, brother?
I made it. El Camino on Dayton's.
What's up with you?
Put the bread on me.
Nothing. Just got through fooling around playing on folks. He beat me too. Yeah, he did.
Look at me, baby. Look at me, baby. Don't I look like a million? I'm about to clean out the state. Don't I look like somebody that just be bodying everything? All that talking is great, but I don't be talking. I air it out. All the problems have gotten easy to bury. I'd rather kiss on my. I've been
go with San Diego.
I've been rich until levels out. I'ma take mama to the Marriott and took me so long to get it gonna spread it out.
I better have some defense out here.
One in the hand, one in the bag, One in the hand, one in the bag, Look at the cash, look at the cash, bubbling.
I'm a random the weather.
Bubbling. One in the hand, one in the hand, one in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. I'm gonna need all the fries you can give me, all the hot sauce, all the pie you can give me. Better be all or nothing, don't have me in the middle. You better be all you can. Super fly for the dumbos, plenty slides like a shuffle. Hit the cadence on my young. Isaac Hayes, Billy Ocean, but the old with the cane stick. Let my slippers at the function. It's hard to run the Gucci slides. That you said you didn't never. I'm a step no. Jackie Chan, no travel. Can't clean it with the beat. Dripping from the. No, Lord, not me. I can never be the one you want to stuff for. Money, that machine. They fell down my stove. R.I.P. the times that I was broke. Acting like a 9/11 folks. Mad back, liquor clean. Presents in and I'm alone. Cooking up canard.
What's up, sis?
Waiting for the antidote. Running out of time.
I played the game. What's going on? Nah, I ain't got work tonight. I'm online playing this game.
The NFL is on EA Sports as we come to you from the StubHub Center in Carson, California. Tonight we've got an AFC matchup on tap between the Baltimore Ravens and the Los Angeles Chargers.
Oh, yeah, you know I'm broadcasting this right now? Yeah, I am.
As the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Yeah, somebody taught me how to broadcast, so I've been trying it out. It's on YouTube. Oh, shit. I don't know. You fresh today. We both fresh. Yeah.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down.
Oh, what y'all doing? Come on. Now, that shit was crazy.
Intended for John Brown. And now it's second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down? The offense or the defense? Let's face it. If you got the ball,
now that was crazy
yards or
right
more
there.
On first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
I thought I picked it.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Crabtree, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up third down.
It's It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. A first carry now for Alex Collins. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down.
All right.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shrink.
It's the punter Cook who sends it away.
Oh, you gave it to us close, huh? Man, the last game, I didn't even bring my offense with me or nothing.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers on 1st and 10 at their own 42. A first down throw here for Rivers. Hunter Henry brings it in. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Well, from an offense's perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
I got you.
Rivers on 1st down. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds.
Oh, that's bullshit. That was bullshit.
Took him a little too far at 2nd down.
I know for us it's fun, and it's not so much fun for the rookie receivers when we see them coming into the league and we're going training camps. You see them working on getting 2 feet down instead of 1. But the best ones train in college trying to get 2 down instead of 1, so the transition's a little bit less. In this case, though, wasn't able to complete it anyway.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. From the red zone now, Rivers.
He got me. He wasn't nobody open. I was trying to throw the ball away.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. Nifty move by Gordon. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, 24 yards. And the Chargers have taken a first-quarter lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall.
I should have started this broadcast.
Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness. You've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start.
He told me I could go back and watch it and see what I did wrong and then tighten up on my shit.
And on the last go-around,
that's why I started broadcasting.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Did I bring my defense? I think I did. Yeah.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss.
Let's go!
On 3rd down, Jackson. Escaping the pressure right.
Ah! Oh! Oh, what?
And this is recovered by the Chargers.
Hey, you know what? I got scared because dude took off. I thought you was going to throw it to him.
I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline,
step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake.
Hey, I'm going to go load it. Load it.
Now Gordon on first down.
Let's go, Gordon.
Oh! 30 to the 25.
What was that?
Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive.
Man. Woo!
Really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, his vision to find the holes, and he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10.
Oh, okay.
Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there at 22.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball
he got
in the
one
receiver
touchdown already. Let's see
defender
what
can
if he's going to get up in
They
here.
did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Stay there. Stay there. Let's go.
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Melvin Gordon with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0.
Hey, I was playing some guy earlier, right? And he told me they got tournament mode where you can be on teams. What the fuck? They do?
This is taking about
That's
7
what I
yards
said.
deep.
He said he seen some people on teams and they was getting paid. They was playing against some people. They was playing for $250,000.
Baltimore gets set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns.
That's what I said. I'm like, how you do that?
A pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams.
That's what I said. I said the same thing.
The ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays.
I was like, how you do that?
Early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
All right, fellas, tighten up.
Play action. Now Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
I was working on that one.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Watch the linebacker.
Following the interception here, Rivers. And this is hauled in by Williams for a Charger touchdown. Tyrell Williams, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all them damn blocks. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half.
That was a nice play call, Coach.
What the hell?
They asking me.
Fuck no, I don't want to see.
Game will continue shortly. they asking me.
But you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
How about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40.
They told me they're going to level me up.
On first, they go right back to Collins. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, Jackson.
Nice play.
Wide open receiver complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A very solid gain of 27.
Nice play call, Coach.
On 1st and goal, Collins.
Oh, y'all better get it.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Joey Bosa with the tackle for pedigree in his family.
Yeah, some good pedigree. Tell us about it, Mr. Davis.
Dad played in the NFL, first-round draft pick. Uncle was a first-round draft pick. He's got a brother coming behind him. But Joey Bosa, guy plays really, really hard and plays all aspects on defense.
Now Jackson, buying time to his left.
Nice. What the fuck?
For a Ravens touchdown. Nick Boyle from 13 yards out. And the Ravens cut into that lead. So it goes for a rookie quarterback. He had the INT earlier in this first half, but he bounces back with a touchdown pass.
And you have to like the mental acumen, the toughness, the
I'm about to burn my... How can you burn hot dogs?
You throw an interception early.
I heard it here sizzling all the water out of it.
Or mentally, you check out a little bit. Give him a lot of credit for bouncing back.
I already got it. I turned it off. That's crazy. I'm about to burn my damn house up.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Let's go. Oh!
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. The ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
He's airing it out for Williams.
What?
Now,
oh, no!
Picked
what?
Up at the 39.
And what you doing just standing there, man? You didn't catch the ball. Tackle. Shit.
At their 42-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The drive starts with a run by Collins. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Now a play fake here on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. And
right there.
A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
To throw is Jackson on 3rd down. And oh, look at that. Diving catch. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
There's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that
Watch the run.
on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there.
Whoa, I
Use
missed
it
it.
up that one.
No dink and dunk. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for
Watch
that running
him,
play.
Watch the run.
Jackson now off the bootleg. That's complete. It's Collins. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Brandon, more and more offenses are going to the philosophy of using every inch of the field to try and spread things out. And when you're running back and catch the ball as well, that can only help your offense.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Being chased out left.
Pick.
And this is going to be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. So they declined the penalty. That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them to figure out why.
And you passed the line of scrimmage.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that the bench is saying take the penalty, and somehow in the heat of the moment, they thought they were saying decline the penalty, and that's going to work against them. They should have taken it.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at the 20. A toss play. Gordon. And now running right through him. There goes Melvin Gordon. They can't tackle him. 20, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Charger touchdown.
That's crazy.
Melvin Gordon on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead opens up now to 22 points.
I'm coming right now. What the fuck, bitch? Oh, shit.
Set down to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Oh, they played me.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. 1:59 to go in the first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this.
Watch it now, Marty.
They go play action with Jackson, sliding out of the pocket. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Adrian Phillips there to knock that one away.
One thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. To throw on third down, Jackson.
And he caught
it. John Brown.
Oh, my goodness. Did you see that? That was a nice-ass catch.
You got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Here's a first down run with Collins.
Let him
able
fumble.
to push his way forward here for a good little
Give
game.
him the hit stick.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success.
Woo, nice.
Down. Huge difference, as we know, between second
Come on,
and
somebody gonna fumble. Somebody gonna fumble. I can feel it. I can feel it in my bones.
Passing game getting in sync. Another first down. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. A right side catch by Crabtree. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, here's Jackson, eluding the pressure right. His throw incomplete.
I was on. You see me on back there?
He was waving his arms, wanted the
I was
football,
back there trying. I said, he gonna pass it out here to one of y'all.
Your days at Tennessee, we don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped it off and passed it, you blew coverage on. What'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Wow.
Well, you sure don't see that too often.
I guess you can't really call anything a gimme, but you figure with his track record, that's a sure thing. But it turns out it's not the case.
First down, Rivers.
Hold on to my ball. What is he thinking?
Incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Watching me blitzing over there.
On 2nd down, Rivers again.
He was
The
blitzing
Ravens
back.
able to get to him. Terrell Suggs. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers and Rivers after the sack.
Hey, Rocket. 5-4.
Now Rivers. He's going to go for... And that's caught inside the 30. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they get the 3, increase their lead to close out the half.
Excellent way to end a drive, go into the locker room with a little bit of extra momentum after adding 3 to their total.
That's fielded in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose ball.
Oh, I should have kept running. What was I thinking?
Be set up in the red zone at the 15. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go.
They trying to give me everything right now,
So
huh?
come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is, don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Rivers now to throw on 1st down.
Oh, what?
And a getaway. Rivers is dropped. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. From the gun, Rivers. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the target to Williams, but it's intercepted.
Nice
pick. By Tony Jefferson. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Here's Collins. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in the game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And
come on, man, catch my ball.
There jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Throwing again, Rivers on 2nd and 10. Allen on the screen. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. A gain of 32 that time.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice defense. Now this one, I better score or I'm going to be mad.
Off the play fake here, Rivers. They'll roll him out right.
I see you.
It's caught on the right side, Williams. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Tyrell Williams, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And this Chargers offense continues to pour it on. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. Caught by Gates, left side. And he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball?
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Jaleel Adai. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. He was looking for Crabtree that time.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now. So
Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47.
Hey, I'm going to go load it. Load it.
A first down throw here for Rivers. And he hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Allen, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Rivers. He's going to fire one deep over. It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They give him a gain of 37. A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations. So he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out okay.
Not so bad at all. Remember, he's the son of a coach. And on that play, I think he made the old coach proud with that completion.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Melvin Gordon taking it in. And this Charger offense is running away with this one. No real hesitation from Anthony Lynn. They're going to go for 2. Now it's the backup Smith. Flush to his right. And they are just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
16 yards on that one at a Raven first.
And the big guy catches the ball in the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack, but that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching.
Jackson now, looking to throw on second down. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Joey Bosa in there to bury him for a loss of 11. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Jackson now. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he's unable to haul it in. So it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field. And that brings up fourth. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game. And to be frank, they just really haven't.
What it does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on. And they just play better and better.
The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. This ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But yeah, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is, and I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to have to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams. They put it all together, and I gotta tell you, I am beyond impressed by what I've seen.
So would it be nothing on this game at the crib?
Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. Allen's got it over the middle and able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. The Charger first down. Rivers hooking up with Allen.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. Gordon loses the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. And this is caught at the 8. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one goes for 24 yards. Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. It's been that kind of a day so far throwing the football. It just seems like nothing going right offensively.
Yeah, it's a catch that should have been made, pure and simple. And look, everything else that goes into running a good pass route, throw it all out if you don't catch the ball.
Been that kind of game throwing the football so far. Nothing going right offensively. On second down, Jackson. The quick slant caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. John Brown from 6 yards away. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Zadarius Smith in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now third down. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and the big yardage all night long.
Nice.
Third time tonight he's intercepted. Picked off near the 29.
Ah!
Bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Nifty move. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play.
And that's caught inside the 35. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he's to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
But she's singing, too.
No, she's at least
she's on, like, the 5th tune at this point.
She left Scales way behind, but he's just saying something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now here come the Ravens. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Crabtree with it over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play. Time for a break. This one all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. They go play action here on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off around the 41. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? It's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there. Hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call. And you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all that yardage. That would be a big play.
On third down, Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team, as they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down. Here's Sam Cook now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They have the big lead here late. They protected their home turf well, didn't they?
They certainly did, partner. And just think about how good that feels, because every team has a goal when they start the year to win at home. All right? And sometimes you don't win all of them, but they managed to get that done today. Just think about your routine stays the same. Everything's familiar. You feel right going into the game, and they translated that into a win.
They did indeed. They protected the home field, and now the final stages. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
What's that? Delta! White! Hey, hut!
Rivers here to throw. It fights him off. Flushed out right. It's his running back, Melvin Gordon. And down he'll go at the 25. And on 3rd and inches, we're going to get a whistle and a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
12.
3rd and short yardage, Rivers. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Rivers now. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Terrell Suggs in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And the pressure gets to him again. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. So it's 3rd and long for the Chargers, and Rivers after the sack.
Hey, left.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Trying to lay one up deep. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.